For most students, the school year is well underway, but for thousands of international university students studying here in Canada, that's not the case. Their education is being held up by a staggering backlog of student visa delays. Now they're being told if they are not already in Canada, they should defer the semester. Joining us for more on this is lawyer Mario Bellissimo. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lindsay. Nice to be with you again, and our hearts go out to everyone battling Hurricane Fiona.
Yes, thank you for pointing that out, and it's good to see you as well. As of September 1st, I want to break down 151,000 applications were still being processed. What's the reason behind this huge backlog?
So there was a bottleneck before COVID-19, and COVID-19 has only made it worse with so many officers offline, systemic issues, historical things that have plagued the system, like a one-size-fits-all approach to study permits, slow processing, a little bit slow to modernize. So a number of issues have impacted the backlog, which has now just become unmanageable in many ways.
And because of these delays, students not already in the country are being told to defer their semesters. What rights do schools have to make students do that?
Well, it's so difficult, right? So some schools are doing online to not interrupt the studies. Others are deferring, as you mentioned. And really, that's not what it's about. It's about coming to study in Canada, to rub shoulders with Canadians, understanding and engaging in the benefits of Canadian education. So it's disappointing when that's the resolution. And unfortunately, there's very little that can be done for many of them because of the timelines.
What if students don't want to do that? What if they don't want to defer?
Some of them are challenging decisions, but again, in real time, it's very difficult to deliver a meaningful remedy to students. And so a lot of their lives are being interrupted by this. And keep in mind, when we're speaking about students, we're not just speaking about individuals coming for their first degree. We're speaking about some accomplished students, some that have career experience, those that are coming with spouses and families. So there's a lot of myth busting that has to happen here, and understanding how many lives this really impacts.
So what can be done?
So what has to be done moving forward is we have to leverage new technology like artificial intelligence in a responsible way. We have to start creating what's called caps and queues, because the demand far, far outweighs the supply. We need to be more nuanced, have provincial specific study permit categories, municipal, also university versus college, better training and regulation of educational agents that are tracking these students to Canada, and also making it clear to students that not all of you are going to have a path to permanent residence. So there should be distinction between those that can transition to permanent residence and those that may not. And if you remove the one-size-fits-all, you'll have a more nuanced system, one that has caps and terminate when individuals can't be processed in time. You have to move on, and that'll be better for everyone involved.
And when you really break it down, you break down the numbers. These are big tuition numbers that these international students are paying to attend Canadian universities.
It's billions of dollars,
yeah.
Really. It's a huge area, but it's one that we have to remain true to the principles of the program, which is really to draw future, potentially in some cases, future Canadians. And as I always say when I'm on the program, you don't know who is in that backlog, someone that may make a huge impact to Canada, cancer discoveries, innovation, all of those things. So we want to make sure we remain competitive. We want to make sure we remain true to the spirit and intent of the program, and welcome them and not put them through situations like this, which really benefits no one.
Mario, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me.
And I want to mention we asked the IRCC for a statement, and they issued the following, quote, IRCC is moving toward a more integrated, modernized, and centralized working environment in order to help speed up application processing globally, supported by additional funding of $85 million from the 2021 Economic and Fiscal Update. We are continuing our efforts to reduce application inventories accumulated during the pandemic.